It's Dawn H. Jones here, your HR Wise Guide. I'm thrilled to announce the publication of my first book, Be HR Wise and Thrive. Now, first and foremost, being HR Wise is about understanding that HR knowledge does not and should not reside solely within the HR department. No, every employee should possess some HR knowledge to navigate the workplace wisely, right? Allowing them to stay in peace instead of pieces. Now, this isn't an abstract definition, it's a lived reality. I've worked in organisations where HR leaders ask my colleagues and me to go out and intentionally train managers on good people management practices. That's not all. Every employee, I want to emphasise this point, every employee had access to HR knowledge and expertise. And my colleagues and I actively collaborated with our service-based colleagues to integrate best HR practices throughout our advisory services, dedicated workshops and ad hoc conversations, right? And we spent a significant amount of time working from our service side, attending senior management meetings, assisting managers with processes or complex issues, or responding to queries from colleagues. In short, we were visible to each other and we were able to address many issues promptly. Now, because of that investment we put into good people practices, we collectively developed a fair and transparent culture. There were consistently low rates of formal HR cases, and my colleagues and I had the time and opportunity to gain skills in other areas. For example, I had the chance to cross-learn about safeguarding and children's services, and many of my colleagues have developed and delivered innovative services supported by excellent administrative teams. That's not all. We had diversity at every level of the organisation. Now, I know that is still not the case in many organisations, and I understand that people often lack opportunity to succeed, right? And I know many are losing hope and they are frustrated beyond measure. Why can't we have equity? Why can't we have justice? Isn't enough enough? Now, I wrote the book because far too many people use subtle and unfair treatment such as gaslighting and microaggressions or macroaggressions. Far too many people are popping down, breaking down and losing their minds. And you know what? Far too many people face disproportionate disciplinary processes. Oh, it's a lot that's going on in our workplaces, and far too many people are bullied and harassed. In fact, bullying and harassment is one of those entrenched issues in many workplaces. And then there's also disproportionate referral to professional bodies. And far too many perpetrators of poor behaviours are not held responsible for their conduct. And the damage to people, their health and careers is horrendous. Now, enough is enough, and it doesn't have to be that way. And the good news is there is a solution. That is for you to gain HR knowledge regardless of your role. Now, unfortunately, many of the injustices stem from a lack of understanding of HR know-how. And I don't want to give you the impression you have to be an HR professional to overcome this. No, some knowledge can go a long way to protecting you. For example, I could tell you about the executive leader who almost lost her job because she didn't understand that her employer was not applying policy and process fairly. And let me give you some additional examples. I know of senior professionals who are at risk of losing their jobs and tens of thousands of pounds in benefits because they did not understand HR policies and processes. And I could tell you many more stories about people whose mental health and well-being are affected in the workplace. And it doesn't have to be this way. That's why I want to empower you and others to become HR wise. And in this short read, I outline 10 practical keys that you can immediately apply in your daily work. Now, these keys are not just theoretical concepts, but valuable tools that can equip you with the knowledge and skills to succeed in your career. And I also share the lived stories of people who went through horrendous processes, learned how to apply policies and processes, manage their emotions, protected their health and well-being, and emerged victorious. And many of them are thriving today. Now, regardless of your profession or current level of HR knowledge, you can and you should become knowledgeable about HR and thrive as well. Why? Because as the advert says, you're worth it. And I don't know about you, but I'm over those egregious statistics and findings that say bullying and harassment are entrenched and prevalent in many sectors, or statistics that say black, minority and ethnic staff are more likely to be disciplined. Or how about the disproportionate referrals to professional bodies? Now, if you're ready to exercise your agency and say, I will be HR wise and thrive, I invite you to pick up a copy of the book on Amazon. The link is in the description below. And before I go, I'd like to extend a personal invitation for you to my in-person book launch. Your presence would mean a lot to me. The event will be an opportunity for you to learn more about the book, hear from some amazing speakers, and network with other professionals interested in workplace equity and HR knowledge. Now, the event will be held at Shrewsbury House Community Association in Shooters Hill, London, on the 26th of July. And we start at 2 p.m. with a light refreshments reception. I'll pop the link in the description so you can book your place. Now, I look forward to seeing you at the launch, if you can make it, and hearing your thoughts on the book. Your feedback is important to me, and I look forward to hearing about your insights in it and experiences. I will also be launching the book virtually to staff network. So if you'd like me to come and speak to your staff network, contact me via the link below. Have a great week, and remember, it's time to be HR wise and thrive. Bye-bye.